Hey everybody, welcome back to today's edition. We're factoring trinomials today. Check this out. All right, Bobcats, here we go. So here's what we're looking at. We've got a trinomial. That's right, that's three terms, 1, 2, 3. And the first one, we're going to label him A. How about that? He's 2. B, he's 9. C, that's right, he's 4. You got it. So what do? Well, here's what's going to happen. We're going to take this 2. We're going to multiply them by 4. Think of it like Amazon, like, woo! So we're going to go like this. I'm going to put 2x squared in this box. I'm going to put the 4 in this box. And then if I take 2 and multiply it with 4, would you agree that's just 8, right? 2 times 4 is 8. If you're not sure, okay, let's type that in. I don't know. 2 times 4. All right, great. So that's 8. So here's what we're going to do now. Now we're going to say we're going to take y equals, we're going to take this 8 and we're going to divide it by x. Wait, what? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to type this equation. Y equals 8 divided by x. Now that looks like a mess over there. Ignore that. That's okay. Ignore that. We're going to turn this into a table, all right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I know this is a lot. Control C. Then we're going to put it over here and we're going to say Control V, and then we're going to add an x to that. Okay, so here's what's happening. If you notice, we've taken care of the 2 and the 4. Well, we've not talked about this 9. What's going on with this 9? Well, here's what we did. We created this little thing right here, so that way we can look at the 9 and determine where is the 9. So I'm going to look in this row here, and I'm looking for a 9. That's a -6. That's a -9. That makes no sense whatsoever. Ah, there's a 9. What's so helpful about that? Well, this 9 tells me that this 1 and this 8 are going to go in these two boxes over here. So it's going to look like this. Let's do this. Let's draw this. So this is what we did. We turned this into a table, and we put 8 divided by x, right? And this just said x's. And this said 8 divided by x, and then I put a plus x over there. All right, so here's what we said. We said that this 9 I was looking for this 9 right here. Okay, and what this tells me is that 1 and 8 multiply this 9, but guess what? They also add to 8. So we're going to put a 9 in one of the boxes, a 1 in the other box, I'm sorry, an 8 in one of the boxes, a 1 in the other box. And so now we've made this 9 become a 1x and an 8x. So now we're just going to go backwards. What do you mean backwards? I mean backwards. So now I'm going to figure out, okay, well, what is the outer terms? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. I know what's in the box. Now I just need to figure out what goes on the outside. Okay, well, let's think about this. What gives me an x squared? Well, I know an x times an x. Now I also need a 2 somewhere, okay? So if you notice, here's what we're going to say. Right here, these two guys, they have a GCF. And if you remember from the last couple of days, 2 and 8, well, our GCF is actually going to be 2. And if you're not sure, you could always go down here and you can say, okay, let me type GCF, parentheses. I want 2 and I want comma, always comma. No commas, you're silly. All right, so then we put a 2, okay? So think about this. If this is 2x and that's 8x, well, what does this have to be? 2 times what gives me 8? Or you can look at it like this, 4 and 8. What would have to go here? Well, 2x, I look at it that way, and if I multiply this with 4, then that would give me 8x. 4 times what would give me 4? And that would have to be a 1. Okay, so then you can look this way. What is the greatest common factor of 1 and 4? 1. What is the greatest common factor of 2 and 8? 2. X squared and x, x. If I look this direction, the only thing they have common is x, and the greatest thing that they have in common is 4. So why did I do all that? I did all that to write this. This piece right here turned into 2x plus 1 and x plus 4. And that's all I was trying to determine. So if I put these on the outside like this and I multiply everything back into the box and add my diagonal, then I would arrive at the original answer. If that doesn't make a lot of sense, that's okay. Let's try another one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go. So here's what we do. Let's label again. This is A. This is B. And this is C. And I'm going to do 3k squared and a negative 5. And then I'm going to write on this line, what is 3 times negative 5? Well, that's going to be negative 15. Or if you want to draw it this way, 3 times negative 5. Oh, that's negative 15. However you want to write that. So here's what we're going to do. I need y equals negative 15 and divide it by x. So let's do this. Clear this. Start over. Okay. Y equals negative 15 divided by x. Turn that to a table. Then I need this. I need this piece. Control C, Control V, and then add an x to this. And I'm looking for, in this box here, I'm looking for my middle term, which is my, what, negative 2? I'm looking for my negative 2. So where is negative 2 in this list? I don't see it. Oh, what does that mean? Well, let's go over here. I got 2. If I hit enter, there's 3. Enter, 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 enter. I need to find negative 2 somewhere over here. Oh, there it is. It was way up there, negative 2. So what number, what does that go with? This is a mess. It's hard to see this. Negative 2 goes with negative 15 and 1. So let's check that. 1 and negative 15. That means I should be able to put a 1 and a k and a negative 15k. Doesn't matter which box I put each one in, just put them in there. You're splitting it. Okay? So what is the GCF of this? Well, what's common about 3 and 15? I can factor out a 3, and they both have a k. And if I look this way, what's common about these guys is k. And so I check k times 3k, 3k squared. Cool. All right, this is negative 15 and negative 5. Well, negative is what's common about both of them, and they're both divisible by 5. So I'm going to put a 5 there. All right, these two guys, what's common about them? Actually, the only thing that's common about them is 1. So we're going to put a 1 here and a positive. And so now we could just check every box if we need to. 3k and k, if I multiply them, that's 3k squared. 3k and negative 5 multiply is negative 15k. 1 times k is 1k. And 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. So here's what I was looking for. Here are my factors on the outside. And so this tells me I have k minus 5 and 3k plus 1. Well, what if I wrote it 3k plus 1 and k minus 5? Doesn't matter. Same thing. Same thing. Okay, let's take a look at the next page. We're moving right along. Here we go. So, we know how to do this. We say this is A, 6, B, 13, C, 5. Draw your box. Oh no, I gotta draw a box. Who cares? My box is ugly. Who cares? It's better than some of y'all's boxes. I drew it straight. I drew a nice big box. Alright, so 6x squared goes here. 5 goes here. 6 times 5 is 30. So y equals 30 divided by x. And over here, I'm going to be looking for something. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, I'm looking for the 13. The 13. So, clear all this out. Start over. Start over. Bye. Okay, so y equals 30 divided by x. Turn it to a table. So we have x. We have 30 divided by x. What goes in this box? Oh yeah, 30 divided by x. Oops, undo. Control C. I don't think I did that right. Whatever. Divided by x, arrow over plus x. That works. Okay, so what are we looking for? Oh, we're looking for 13. That's 17. That doesn't help me. So let's go to the next one. Enter. Enter, 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 enter. I think we would have found it by now. Let's check. Oh, there's 13. What does 13 go with? 3 and 10. Okay, so 3 goes here, 10 goes here, or 10 goes here, 3 goes here. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put a 3. Oh, yeah, I got to put an X. 10. Oh, yeah, I got to put an X. All right, so now we just literally just take the GCF of everything. However you want to do it. Well, we know this is going to be an X here. That's going to be an X there. So if I look, this might be a little easier to see this way. What's common about these two guys other than X? Oh, they're both divisible by 3. Okay, so 3x times what would give me 6x squared? Oh, this would have to be a 2. 2x times what gives me 10x? Oh, that has to be plus 5. And 3x times what gives me 3x? Oh, that's plus 1. And so now I check everything. That gives me that. 3x and 1 multiply to 3x. That multiplies to 10x. That multiplies to 5. These guys add to 13. All right, so we're good. So what is our answer? Just what's on the outside. 2x plus 1 and 3x plus 5. All right, we got one more problem, one more, and then we're done. Let's do this. What would it look like on a test? Well, sometimes they'll just ask you, what is the factors? And they're just all jumbled together. So which combination would work? I don't know. Let's check it out. So what do? Oh, draw our box first. Put our 2n squared here. Put our negative 28 here. What's 2 times negative 28? I don't know. Type it in. Who cares what it is? It's not anything you got to memorize. Just type it in. 2 times negative 28. Negative 56. So we're going to go y equals negative 56 divided by x. That goes in that box. And then we're looking for our... My eyes look terrible today. Maybe they're bloodshot. Who knows? All right, so then we take negative 56 and we divide it by x. Okay, so y equals negative 56 divided by x. Turn it to a table. How do I know how to do all this? Because I've done it so many times. You get better at it as you do it. It's just how it goes. So you just keep doing it over and over and over again. And you get there. What are we looking for? I don't remember. Whatever that b term is. Oh, that's this guy. He's a negative 1 this time. So I'm looking for a negative 1. Where would negative 1 be? Just negative 1, negative 1. Negative, that's not a negative 1. All right, so let's go here. Let's keep hitting enter. Let's go over here. Did we find a negative 1? No, we're not even getting close to negative 1. We're getting away from negative 1. Wait, there's negative 1. What? Okay, so 7 and negative 8 gives you... Okay, so this is 7. And this is negative 8. So, 7 with an n. Negative 8 with an n. What goes on the outside? N times n. Which one's going to have the 2? Well, are these divisible by 2? Or is this divisible by 2? You got it, the one on top. Divisible by 2. How about that? So n times what gives me that 7? Oh, that's got to be a plus 7. And then what gives me negative 28 if I multiply it by 7? However you look at this, it's going to be negative 4. So I'm looking for 2n plus 7. Oh, look at that. There it is. There it is. How about that? And then we have n minus 4. Where's that? Oh, there it is. There it is. Right there, right there, right there. And if I want to check it, we'll talk about that later, how to check it. But anyways, so that's how you do this. And y'all have a great day. We'll check you next time. Word.